Welcome to Below Average Picks. I'm your host, Will Tracy, joined alongside, as always, by Dylan DeFranzo. How you feeling, Jelly Man?
Feeling a little nervous this week, honestly. We're kind of on a tight schedule, so we're trying to get the best picks out to you. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, the scheduling issues that we have going on are persistent. Every week it feels like we got something going on. Apparently Dylan has a dinner to get to, or 7:30 o'clock on a Wednesday. He's got dinner still. But I'm out tomorrow, which is Thursday. So we couldn't record then. It wasn't going to work Friday probably. So we're doing it Wednesday. The spreads will probably be all over the place.
Yeah.
We'll still drop Saturday at 10 or close, I guess.
Yeah. The double XP's gone, so I'll have time to post it. So
did you get your guns and stuff upgraded?
I got a couple gold, but it's just annoying, honestly. I'm kind of sick of the game already a little bit, so.
Not buy it.
Yeah, I mean, but the extra day, I should definitely be able to post at a usual time of 10 a.m. So
if it doesn't make it by 10 a.m. Saturday, I'm gonna have to find a new partner at this point. I mean,
yeah, and I might have to find a new partner that doesn't switch around the days too. So who knows?
Hey, I always provide an alternate day to record though, except that one time.
And except this week.
We're recording right now. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. I mean, putting me on the spot, telling me 2 hours ago. I had to,
Yeah, it was early, and I appreciate your flexibility. So,
yeah.
Regardless, that's the banter about why we're picking on Wednesday, and the spreads are like, we're a little all over the place, and they've been moving. So, we're going to do our best here. But I think we have some good leans for this week. We'll get into that in a second. Let's talk about last week for a second.
Last week.
Records are on the board. I went 2-3. Jellyman split even. My 2-3 was absolutely ridiculous. First of all, I'm going to start by saying I text Jelly my picks the day before we record, I believe. And every game I texted him was the game I wanted to pick. I would have been 5-0 if I stuck with my gut. But if you watch the recording, I got in here. I got a little nervous. I started flipping my picks. And I was all over the place. I literally said it. I was like, I want to pick this team, but I'm going to flip it. Never again. We're not doing that anymore. We can pick a team because the spread looks bad and we want to rock with them, but we're not going to pick a team because we want to pick another team, if you know what I mean. So that won't happen anymore. Going through the slate real quick. The Cowboys are horrible. I will never pick them again. They're done. The Bears, that was a fake sharp pick. Dylan was all over the Cardinals. He knew that was a bad pick by me. Titans, dude.
I mean, loss of words, honestly. As you see there, I was 3-3.
I'm not done. I just want to.
I know. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I'll get into the Titans more when.
Yeah. Okay.
I talk about the last week, but I mean, I was just lost of words.
Yeah, one of the worst beats I've ever seen, I think, on the 3.5. We were -3.5. They won by 3 in overtime. Not only that, I was on Duke +21 on Saturday. Duke, I think, was up 7 or 8 in the third quarter and did not cover. Yeah. So it was a bad weekend with beats for me. Not a horrible record. So Lions are a wagon. Every week they'll be on the card until they don't cover. And Rams, like I thought, they're starting to pull away. They had a nice little week. Now Gino tried everything he could to give them the game, but they still did what they needed to do without Puka. So a decent week, but again, we're going to start sticking with the gut from now on. Jelly, take us through yours.
Yeah, I mean, back to what you were saying, the Cowboys are just laughable at this point. Literally thought, they would have tried harder, pulled something out. Dak, I mean, got hurt, but I'm gonna go with that. He was fucking benched, honestly. And Cooper Rush fucking scored a touchdown. So I mean, you were paying him that much money, and they're absolute dog shit. So I mean, they're just our team. The Cardinals, I liked. Not a fan of the Bears, like I said last week. Caleb Williams, especially, not a fan of him. Lions Packers, another game I thought I was really sharp on. Like the score turned out to be like a they lost by 10, but
It got a
like
little close, but it was not close.
yeah, but like the final score being a 10-point game doesn't show like how bad like the Lions beat them, if that makes sense, type of
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't close.
Rams Seahawks again. Really like the Rams. They pulled through. Got a little scary, but they pulled it out. And then again, Titans, bro. I was on the under 38.5 and minus 3.5. So you could have imagined what I was feeling with 5 seconds left. Drake May throws that duck while 3 dudes are tackling him to the ground. Stevenson catches that, tied up, going into overtime. I mean, I potentially could have lost both of those games or both of those bets in a matter of 5 seconds. So I'm glad I got one. As soon as they hit overtime, there's zero chance that I could have got both of them. So I'm just glad I got one of them. So it could have been a 4-2. 3-3 hurts, but it's not the end of the world. So
I think you could have gone field goal Titans.
no, well they
would have covered
it
both.
was what? It was what 17-17, so that's 34 and at 38.5. So I would have needed
38.5. Never
yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Would have needed some like safety, and then for some reason they like play again. And, yeah, exactly.
For some reason they keep playing.
So I mean, I was like scramming just like ways that like a 4-point play in fucking football can happen.
Yeah, we were trying our best. We're gonna get there.
I mean, I don't even. It's just so tough watching the fucking Titans. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
Well, like I said before too, it's like they cover basically 3.5 quarters, and then somewhere around the 8-minute fourth quarter mark, it just fucking goes to shit. So
wheels fall off.
They're tough. But yeah, that actually brings our year to date even. Will had a tremendous lead on me the first 2 weeks, but I've slowly been crawling back. What hurts more is that I've had some even weeks that were right on the cusp of big positive weeks. So that definitely hurts. I definitely could have gotten a couple more wins, which takes away some losses. But 13-3 after being, I think I was like 4-8. So slowly climbing back. And I hope that this card I can definitely finally put us over. So
folks, I mean, the show is called Below Average Picks. That's what we're giving you right now. I don't want to hear anything in the comments from Snyder or anyone else. We're advertising correctly. 13, 16, and 1 is below average. But we don't want to be there. Like we said on episode 1, we're going to pick our stuff up here. I'm feeling good about the slate this week. I mean, my year-to-date total, it is what it is. I started off freaking on fire. And I strayed away from what I was doing correctly, which I think I'm getting back into this week, or at least I'm going to speak it into existence. I like my picks a lot this week. I'm feeling really good for the slate. Dylan, just a general vibe of your feelings for the slate before we get into the actual picks for this week.
Yeah, so for this week, I'm kind of switching up what I've been doing on this show, like prep-wise. Like, I just started feeling stupid when I would like put in this like research, thinking that I'm like, gonna get these games correct, and I'm fucking 13 and 16. So like, I'm kind of like reverting to how I am or was back in the day. Just like gut feelings, what I think in my mind over just like what I, stats I read or some of that other shit. So actually kind of confident now. So I think that I will have a good week. So we'll see.
All right, let's roll into them. We're going to go. We got 7 games for you. It's a big slate, and we had a big intro, so it's probably going to be a long episode. That's okay. We want to throw the picks in there that we feel good about, and we hope you guys enjoy the content. We're going to go chronological order here. Jelly, take us into the first one.
First game, we got San Fran at Tampa. This was a game that you liked, so I'll have you start it off.
Yep, Tampa's getting 6 at home, but ignore all of that, because the over-under is 50.5. Now, I know Tampa has been putting up a lot of points this year, and they still did against the Chiefs somehow. I was shocked that they were able to put up some points. But they're their team is done. They're all injured. I think Baker has been. I love Baker, but I think he's been overperforming significantly throughout the year. San Fran's getting healthier on defense and on offense too, but mostly on defense. Hopefully they can limit Tampa. I think San Fran's going to kind of run away with this one, even in Tampa, and I am just hoping that they don't like explode on offense for like 50 points pretty much. I mean, 30-20, I think is possible, and that hits the under somehow. So I like the under 50.5. I think it's a big number. Probably a bit of a square pick going under with it. But I just think both of these offenses have been a bit overperforming their actual talent level. So I like the under here. That's what I'm going to roll with.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with San Fran. I'll take their points. If the Bucks were fully loaded, maybe I lean the Bucks, but I think with the thought of McCaffrey being back, potentially, I'm not sure if he's fully back as of right now, but
let me get the report for you.
It is definitely looking like it. So, but like still, either way, the Bucks have been letting up a lot of points with McCaffrey back, and just how like notorious the Niners are. Just a good defensive team, good offensive team. I think Baker, struggles a little bit. I just think the Niners pull away 6 points. They probably win by touchdown at least. So I think it will be high scoring going against what Will thinks. But again, I just think the Bucks D hasn't been looking too good. They've been letting up a lot of points, and on the flip side, for offense for them, they just aren't fully loaded without Mike Evans. So, and Chris Godwin, I think, is still out. Yeah. So
yeah, Godwin's done for the year. McCaffrey is projected to play this week.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that. Kind of hurts my feelings on the under a little bit, but 50.5 is a huge number. I still like it.
Yeah.
He'll be getting back in the swing of things. And we're playing each other in fantasy this week.
We are.
Yeah.
I really need you to not play Saquon.
No, I think he'll be in the lineup.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, but still, again, without Godwin, without Evans, I know K. Dotton has been popping off, but again, K. Dotton, Baker. So I mean, it's tough. A fully loaded team. Again, I might lean Tampa at home, but without them, McCaffrey back, I think the San Fran offense is just going to be too hard for the Tampa Bay defense to stop. So, and then we'll go into the second game. We got Pats at Bears.
Yep, the Bears are 6-point favorites at home. This is a 1:00 game. Pats coming off again that miraculous cover against Tennessee. Bears coming off an absolute dud in Arizona. I was on the Bears, and I'm on the Bears again. We're laying the number here. It's a disgusting pick. The Bears have shown absolutely nothing in the last 2 weeks on offense. Defense was okay against the Commanders, except they had the worst play in history on the last play of the game. The Pats kind of suck, going to be honest. Not a huge fan of them. Drake May is solid. But the Bears have a solid defense. I think they'll give Drake May some problems, especially at home. I think that's going to be a big factor in the game. And I'm just hoping that Caleb and DJ Moore can stop hating each other's guts and maybe throw the ball to him a couple times. I'm not in love with the pick, but it's not a pick where I like the Pats, so I'm going with the Bears. I do like the Bears in this spot. It's a weird number. I think Vegas is kind of messing with some people. I'll lay it. They'll win by a touchdown, and I'll cover.
Yeah, then I'm taking the Pats +6. Hate the Bears. Big Caleb Williams hater. He's completing under 55% of his passes last couple games. The dude just doesn't look good throwing the ball. The Bears' savior has been DeAndre Swift in their running game. And I know if you look at the fucking Pats games, the opposing running backs are running on them, but that is because they are usually up just running to run out the clock. But the Pats defense only lets up 4 yards per carry, which I think is about average in the league. So if they can just stop Swift, I think that puts way more pressure on Caleb Williams to throw. I think last game, as someone who has more on their fantasy, the guy's getting fucking 10 targets a game, but he catches 3 of them for 20 yards. Same as everyone who has Keenan Allen, another guy getting 10 targets, but only like 4 catches. Like you have Caleb Williams throwing the ball a lot, which is great if he can connect, but he can't. So, I mean, I'll take the Pats with the points. 2 very bad teams. I don't know why I always gravitate towards these very bad teams playing, but I just have more faith that the Pats keep it close rather than the Bears blow them out. So,
yeah, you're a hater. You're a hater.
I'm not a fan of Caleb Williams since college. He is just like not the type of player that I like, and I never got the hype. The dude just runs around in college, throwing flashy plays, whatever. It is not translated to the NFL. The dude can't throw. He's almost like AR level to me, like throwing the ball.
Stop. AR, I think, was like 2 of 15 last time he played at half.
I said almost. I still have Caleb a notch or 2 above him, but still the number 1 generational quarterback pick. Like
maybe
he's not performing. It's not performing. So
that's why he's gonna turn around this game. Still early in the season.
We'll see. I mean, but it is hard to take a team to win by touchdown that hasn't really shown that they got the capability to do that. So
yeah.
All right, we'll see. All right, next game. Yeah, split again. So Bills at Colts next game.
All right, I'm assuming we'll probably be split on this one. I think you're on a side here, and I'm going Tracy totals here. Over 48. Colts haven't looked great on offense recently. Flacco's projected to play again. It's Wednesday. Who knows what'll happen by the time Sunday comes? They could have Andrew Luck in there, but I like the Colts at home to put up points. They've historically done that, and the Bills have put up like 100 points a game since they got Amari Cooper and Josh Allen started turning up. So, I mean, the over under, it's at 48 right now. Yeah, I think both teams. I think the Colts could get at least to low 20s. I think the Bills will get at least low 30s, and that's at least 50. So that's more than 48. I'm rolling with the over. Indoors.
Man, I like that Tracy's totals, bro. It kind of flows off the tongue. I like that slogan a little bit.
That's the last one today, so we'll have to add some more.
Yeah, I rarely take over unders, so I'm usually one team or the other. So I'm on the Bills minus 3.5. Not my favorite game. The Bills have been looking really good this year, putting up a lot of points as well. I just don't know why the line is a little small, so that kind of always scares me a little bit. But you saw last week, you could say the Colts kept it close versus, the really good Vikings. But if you watch a game, the Vikings, were making a lot of mistakes, not capitalizing on a lot of things. It easily could have been a blowout. And, I just don't really see, the Colts which is like 20-something ranked defense. Colts offense is also somewhere around there. I just don't know how they beat the Bills when the Bills on both sides of the ball are way better and have been very good this year. So I'm going to keep it plain and simple, short and sweet. I'm taking the Bills. So,
yeah, I think that's the clear pick on the board. I wanted to stay away from a side because I had the exact same thought process of why it's so close. I know the Colts are home. But the Bills have been running people over at home or on the road. It has not mattered, and it's an indoor stadium. It's not like they're going somewhere crazy. So I like your pick, but again, I didn't want to mess around with the sides. It was a little too sketchy for me.
Yeah, the only thing is like the Colts at home are undefeated against the spread this year, but still, like if Flacco balled out last game, would have been more scared, but like he really did not look too good, and they got a quarterback room in shambles, in my opinion, with a defense that isn't really carrying them too much in a lot of games. So it's just really hard to not take the Bills. So that was my quick, just simple, no research, just going with the gut feeling, which what I'm gonna do with like most of these games this week. So We'll just jump right into the next one. Steelers at Commanders.
Lead us off, Joe.
Yeah, I think this is a game. Commanders get a loss at home. Commanders, I think, are 5-0 as favorites this year. But I actually was not a fan of the switch to Russell Wilson a couple weeks ago. But the Steelers have been putting up points. So, it's hard to argue against that move. And I think they got the second-rated defense in the league. JD, has been a baller. Commanders have obviously been very good, but I think that this is like a really good spot for the Steelers to get one at Washington. So, rolling with that, another simple, sweet one, kind of going off of the line as well as what I think. So, that's what I'm thinking. Steelers +3.
Same boat for me, Jelly Man. I agree with it, pretty much everything you said, like thought process wise. The spread is kind of tight. I was against the Russell Wilson, but it looks like it's paying off. Steelers D is great. Again, Jaden Daniels has been amazing, but still a rookie. You don't want to give him too much credit against a strong defense like this coming to town. So I think I like the Steelers to win outright this game. I think the Commanders are kind of due for a loss. They've won 3 straight games now. I got it up here actually. 3 straight games after the Ravens loss. So I think they're kind of due to fall back a bit. I am going to change my original stance. I thought they were kind of going to go way back to like being bad at the beginning of the year. I think they're actually a pretty solid team. I think they'll make the playoffs. Maybe even give a team a run for their money in the first round. But I do think they're going to take a step back here, and the Steelers are going to steal one away from them, or at their home field. But I'll take the 3 points.
Next game, we got Jets at Cardinals. Another, in my opinion, 2 not good teams. Like I said again, I somehow am always in the mix with these types of games. But I'm going to take the Cards at home. Yeah, Jets broke a 5-game losing streak. Looked pretty good last week, but then again, also first half did not look too good. The Rodgers connection with Adams was nice to see because I got Adams in fantasy. But I just not a fan of the Jets, man. 2 up and down, high hopes, low execution. I'm going to take the Cards at home. Again, I think Kyler's been playing well. Trey McBride's been good. They had all 3 of the running backs looked good last week. So, I mean, if they can pass, run, I think like the Jets are just always going to be somewhat playing behind in most games where, I mean, I've never seen the Jets have a hot start right off the gate, and like go up 2 scores on a team. So I think it will be close, and that leads me to the home team. So that's why I'm rolling with the Cards.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. The Cardinals have looked a lot better than the Jets so far this season, even with the Jets coming off a win. I think it was a bit of a suspect win. I mean, you had the crazy catch by Garrett Wilson. You had kind of weird end of the game touchdown with Devontae. So I've been wrong on the Jets so many times this year, and the Cardinals have been very good for me. I'm going to go Jets -1. I'm really trying to stay away from, again, like just picking the opposite of what I think, because I just said at the beginning that got me in trouble last week. So I'm trying to like convince my mind that I do actually like the Jets here. I'm not doing a great job, to be honest with you. Do you know what the spread started at, Del?
When I was researching, I think it opened at Cardinals -2.5. So again, reverse line movement from underdog to favorite is scary. I know, but I'm still on the Cards, but definitely something to look out. That definitely tells. So I mean, Jets could steal one, keep that momentum going, but I really am just not big on this Jets team. So I can't really put my money behind them, honestly.
Yeah,
so
that's a big line move. Very big. So I'm gonna go. I think the Cardinals have covered a lot of games in a row, and the Jets are due to stop that streak. So that's why I'm gonna go and reason with myself to go Jets here. Now, if they don't cover, they will join the Cowboys, and I will never bet on them again.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Titans, Browns are probably also joining that conversation too, and teams that we just gotta stay away.
If you're a fan of
from.
these teams, we apologize. They will not be on the show anymore. Or I guess we'll pick against them.
Yeah, but next game we got a team that will always be on the slate moving forward. Lions at Texans. I fucked up big time last week. I really was on the Lions all year up until last week. Again, I have no clue what I was thinking. Thought I was being a sharp boy, researching everything. Home divisionals, whatever. At Lambeau, cold weather. I'll throw that shit out the window. The Lions fucking defy physics, defy everything. They are just an ultimate wagon. But again, it would be so like me to take them this week and they finally lose. But besides that, I'm taking the Lions 3.5. It's just so they are just so fucking good. It's really hard. But news of Nico Collins coming back, for sure bumps the Texans up a little bit, but still, I mean, every kind of tight around a field goal spread. I just feel moving forward, you got to take the Lions. They really haven't let anyone down this year. So you kind of got to just hop on that train and ride it until it breaks,
I'm trying to remember a time when there was a wagon this big. Maybe like some early Chiefs stuff when they had Tyreek and they just blow people out like freshman year of college. I'm trying
Eagles 2 years ago before the fall off, they were wagons.
Yeah, they fell off hard. But this is this is just an absolute wagon. The spread is screaming Texans. The spread is so small. But they're still beat up. No Diggs. Nico's going to be back, but how healthy will he be? Who knows? They just lost the freaking Jets. Now they're 3.5 point. They're in a spread that's 3.5 points with the Lions. That makes no sense. I think 91% of the public is on the Lions. Don't care. They're on my card until they don't cover. They will be on my card the rest of the season. They're free money. Every week they win by 75. It's not even close. It's like the easiest cover you can ever have.
Power half off.
So, yeah, it's a rule.
And that is still with them not even utilizing Laporta like they did last year, bro. And they're still blowing out these guys.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. That Gibbs Montgomery 1-2 is actually so lethal to every team they play.
Their O-line is off the charts too. They just kill everyone. Not Stafford. Goff just doesn't make mistakes, and their defense is dude. They're a wagon.
If they had Hutch, I probably would unload the wallet on them to win the Super Bowl. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I made the mistake once. I'm not going to make it again. I'm taking the Lions. It's just kind of a must-have every week, I feel like. They win people money. Yeah. Even Trent has taken the Lions multiple times this year, mega maxed it, and he hasn't lost. So that tells tales how the Lions really go against every fucking sports betting, curse, whatever you want. They just win football games.
By a lot. Yeah.
By a lot, too. Yeah.
And I can't remember the last time I saw a Lions spread this season, and I'm sure it's happened, I just can't remember, where they were big favorites. It's been, why are these spreads?
Yeah.
Packers.
Every spread for the Lions is -2.5, -3.5, -4, -5.5.
Cowboys spread, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
it is never pass a touchdown, which is insane to me. I mean, maybe that is the books trying to swindle people like us, being the line's small. That is the sharp play to fade the Lions, but it hasn't worked this year.
You last week,
yeah. So I mean, it hasn't worked this year. The Lions, I think, are undefeated against the spread. It just shows volumes how fucking good that offense is. It's very hard to stop.
If they're undefeated against the spread or not. I'm not going to make that claim on the show, but
I think they are.
That's insane.
They are, I believe so.
And yeah, they're away. We're on them until they don't cover, and even if they don't cover, we still might be on them. That's how good.
Exactly. So, and we're into our final game. Yeah. Fins at Rams. Rams -1. This is another one I saw earlier that the Rams were -2.5 favorites to start. It's now at -1, so a little line movement on that. I'm going with the Finns.
Wow.
The Finns 2-6 haven't looked good. This is another thinking purely on like lines, odds, all that stuff. 2-6 bad Finns team at a very good Rams team. Rams get less favorited at home. To me, it's just kind of screaming the Finns steal one. So that's just my thinking, sports betting wise. So I mean, that's just what I feel in my gut. So I'm gonna take that. Finns +1 traveling to LA.
Yeah, everything you said is true. I don't like the spread change there because I am going to be on the Rams. I mean, I've seen the Rams cover these like +1 or -1 games every single time they have them.
Yeah.
They just did it last week against the Seahawks. Now, they did not look great against the Seahawks. But again, they found a way to get it done. Diverse kid, I just said it last week. He is a beast on defense, my lord. And they got some other good guys on there. Obviously, with no Aaron Donald this season, but they're doing okay there. And then on offense, they didn't have Puka last week for a majority of the game. And when they have Puka and Cooper Kupp, it's like their offense explodes. But they need both of them. They need two weapons, and they need Kyron in the backfield. So they'll have all of them this week, and they'll be at home. And I'm like I said last week, I'm going to be big on the Rams the rest of the year. I think unless they really show me that I should not be. When they're full strength, I think they could like win some playoff games. And Tua did look decent in his return last week, and the Finns are getting a lot better. I'm sure Tyreek will probably have a touchdown or two. Like
I hope
crazy this week. Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't hope. Squadron. But yeah, Rams -1 again. I think they'll be a solid team the rest of the season, and they're going to start winning these games to do that.
Wait, yeah. So they got Kupp and Puka, right? Or just Puka was the one that was hurt last week, right?
No, Puka punched someone last week to start the game.
Someone. Oh.
Yeah, Stafford threw a pick, and then somewhere in the play, or immediately after the play, Puka just let a right hook fly.
Okay, but so is he playing the full game?
I'm gonna triple check Puka's projected points. I don't see why.
Because I don't know why. I think I saw something early this week that he got like hurt in practice.
He's projected to play.
Okay, yeah. Again, another thing. Rams got their fully loaded offense in there,
and Cooper Kupp is also
and it's going closer and closer to a pick'em versus a bad Finns team. You can say the spread was kind of similar to the last week's game versus the Seahawks, but I think the Seahawks overall are a better team than the Dolphins have been this year. So basically a smaller spread. It's kind of just screaming to me a trap line.
It's scary.
So I am going to take the cheese off the hook and go with the Finns. And if I get caught, I get caught. If not, then I sneak one out of there. So
yeah, that'd be a nice
for sure. Exactly. So
yeah,
yeah, that wraps up our slate. Honestly, we had what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Past 2 weeks have been what 4 games, 5 games. So
4 and 5, I think.
Yeah. So like a short week to prep for us this week. That is on us for you guys. But again, talking through all of these, like I wasn't too confident, prior to filming this, but I'm really starting to like a lot of these games, like the Steelers Commanders. I kind of really like that game. Like the Steelers might be my favorite bet this week. And then the Lions, Wagons, dude, like must see football. They put up points. I mean, yeah, we are back to a big slate. So I'm for sure excited. That also means our yearly totals are gonna, change in a good way or a bad way. So that is also something excited to see come the next episode.
Yeah, the yearly totals could take a big swing in either direction, or it could stay relatively even, of course. But there's a lot of volatility out there. Going through the slate now, I do like the Steelers. I don't think it's my favorite game on the card. I haven't seen you, first of all, I haven't seen you that excited about a slate yet. And we're on episode 6, by the way. I think I mentioned this at the top. Week 10, episode 6. I haven't seen you that excited about a slate, so I'm fired up for your picks. We're on the same side in 2 games. So Hopefully those hit. But you do feel good about it. My feelings on the slate are okay. I'm not honestly in love with either of the total picks. I just think common sense is going to prove there. I love the Lions pick, even though it's a bit of obviously a square pick. I'm with everyone else and their mother in that game. I like the Rams pick. I think the Rams will turn around, but some of the stuff you were saying was scaring me a bit. I hate the Bears pick, honestly, but I think the Pats are horrible at football. And I'm going to be on the Bears until I get them right. I think it's going to be one of those situations. Steelers we covered, and Jets is similar to the Bears, but a little more favorability towards the Jets. But again, it's a scary one. We're gonna hope they cover a game, and then we'll never bet on it again.
Yeah, like I think I'm like more excited for like this slate, like solely because like this is like how I kind of think, like outside of this podcast for sports betting. I like feel like the earlier episodes and stuff, I was trying to, dive in too much of like research and stuff, which isn't really how like I think when I place my personal bets. So like just talking over these games and like looking at them, it's like knowing that how should I say this? It's like that like this is why I like it rather than like what I read type of thing. This makes me way more excited for them. And I really think that I will be positive this week. So
I have a question. Do you actually bet money on the games that we pick?
Yeah, of course I do.
On your picks?
Mm-hmm.
Every week?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I do not. I do pick them in my pick'em pool if they're the same spreads, where we pick the spread of every game every week. But I think I'm going to start placing actual dollars on these individual games. Not a lot, but I'm already really invested in it. But I think actually putting some money where my mouth is would help the audience.
That just gets you way more engaged with like why like you are picking it, talking about the picks, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because like you actually got something in the pot, to root for.
Yeah. Especially for the over-unders because I can't take those in the pool. Now I am into the games, but of course having money on it is a whole different, adrenaline feeling and just how you look at the game feeling, honestly as well. So this week I'm going to put at least a couple bucks on all these games, and I'll be into it.
Yeah, like my record for the year betting is different than the show just because we started at like week 4, so like we had so I had like 4 prior weeks before this, but yeah, I mean for sure trying to get me and the viewers back up in the positive, with my 13 and 16 since starting this. So for sure, a big slate, comes with a lot of risks, but it also comes with that big reward, which I feel like everyone who bets loves that type of thing. That is why they bet, because they get, that like rush adrenaline of like, wow, like this could be a lottery hit, or like, shit, I am in shambles next week and I really got to get the following week right, so.
Yeah, and then after a big week, you feel like you're the smartest person on the planet.
Exactly.
You feel great about the slate. You feel so that's obviously the best.
Yeah, like if I smash this week, I will feel so much better because like it was all like my reasonings on like why I'm picking it rather than reading fucking stats or like stupid whatever posts online, whatever like I've done the past couple weeks, which I feel like wasn't truly how I usually or used to see the board when I bet.
Now to clarify, while he said it, it's his picks and not some stupid thing he read online, we do want you guys to bet on our picks online, not your own picks. So take our picks.
Yeah.
Our picks aren't dumb. Our picks are intelligent, and you would be smart to bet them.
Yeah, I seem to always contradict myself when I fucking talk on this podcast with picks or just say that. But yes, I hope people ride the journey with me and tell me, because I'm confident in the picks that I put out, and I think that I am the best. So
yes, and dude, I'm somehow. I mean, we're not on a lot of the same games, but I got some totals in here. I think we're both actually gonna have good weeks this week, man. I'm feeling freaking great. Did you go through your whole slate? I don't even remember. I just went through my whole one.
Yeah. So again, San Fran -6, another one. Tampa Bay not fully loaded. McCaffrey back. You gotta dip your toes in that game, seeing Chris
like
McCaffrey play again.
Yeah.
Bears, Pats, Caleb Williams, trash. Simple as that. Bills, Colts again. Colts trash. Josh Allen, good. Dude, you see this trend, bro? It's just
Keep
like
it simple,
simple
stupid.
reasonings, but it makes sense in my eyes.
Yeah.
Commanders, good, but I think they fall off. So again, contradicting the other
Let's see how
reasons,
these don't hit.
but it makes sense in my head. Cardinals again, Jets. I just don't trust them. They're too up and down for me. A lot of hype earlier this year, and I think they are just massively disappointing everyone. Lions, Wagons, can't not fade them. So I'm gonna ride with them like I did in previous weeks. So like this isn't like something new to me to where like I like faded the Lions a bunch before and then now I'm hopping on the train. I like don't know why I hopped off last week, but I'm back on it this week. And then Finns Rams, need Tyreek to pop off for fantasy purposes. And I think the line is just weird. 2-6, bad team versus a good Rams team. Traveling away. I mean, the line's screaming trap, but I will take the bait. So it's what I'm on.
I love it. Man, what an episode. I felt great this week. Dylan, great episode out of you, kid. We got a lot of games on the slate. I'm
excited, dude.
Man, I'm fired up. That was a great episode of Below Average Picks. Again, that was week 10 of the 2024 NFL season, episode 6. We started a bit late. I don't want to hear any complaining out of you guys. Again, the mic situation, we're working on it. Deal with it for now. We'll have an in-person episode for you soon. We're going to figure out how that works. It'll probably be Thanksgiving week, maybe a couple during winter break too. But anything else out of you, Jellyman, before we just say like and subscribe and we get out of here?
Yeah, so actually, because I am that confident that I will be positive, if I'm not positive, whatever the top comment on this video has to wear, I will wear for next episode.
That is crazy.
If I don't go positive, which I know for a fact I will on this slate.
Okay, so that's your slate. Now my slate, can we do this? My slate, if I go positive, you buy me a mic. If I go negative, I'll buy myself a mic.
Well, if you go positive, then I most likely will be negative because I think that we're on some opposite.
No, well, I have a total in 2 that you're on a side, and then we're on the side in the Sam in 2 other games. I think we could both go positive pretty easily.
We could.
It's all on my totals.
Okay, so so what? If you go positive, I buy you a mic. If you go negative,
I will buy myself a mic before next week's episode.
Okay. A third option, you have a job and get paid, you buy yourself a mic either way.
Yeah, but we're betting here, man. We want to make
that is true. You know what? Wait, but then I kind of got to feel like I got some sort of thing rather than like betting on your skills, because that's kind of like a lose-lose then.
If you go positive, I'll wear something ridiculous. I'm not going to wear the top comment because I know Snyder's going to say something something ridiculous. But I'll go to my closet and take out an absolutely disgusting outfit, and I'll wear it if you go positive.
Yeah.
But
okay. So final. If I go positive, Will wear some ridiculous outfit next podcast. If I go negative, I buy Will Mike.
No. We got
what are you talking about?
4 bets. We have 4 bets going on right now.
Wait,
if you go positive, either way, someone's wearing something ridiculous. Unless I guess we go 500. If you go positive,
well, there were 7 games, so I don't think that's a possibility to go 500.
There's pushes.
That is true.
If you go positive, I will wear something ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you go negative, you wear something ridiculous. Now, separate from that, if I go positive, you buy me a mic. If I go negative, I'll buy me a mic.
Okay, now I got it. Okay.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
Right after, so I know what the
I'm gonna roll the dice. A betting man's got to bet on himself, so lock me in.
Oh, I can't wait to have a mic and watch you dressing something stupid as hell next week.
Yeah, I mean, you are about to see a 20-16-1 jelly next week, and whatever 16 plus 7 is.
Come on, Jelly.
I don't know. I'm not good with math.
Championship
20,
education.
13, 23-1. There we go.
Yes, that's literally not possible. But
Well,
I respect it. What an episode again.
You got the
really
point what I was trying to fucking make, though.
I know what you mean, Val. I know what you mean.
Exactly.
45 minutes, but hey, get a fucking glass of wine,
Holy
popcorn.
shit! I'm gonna have to fucking edit all
Dude, your
fucking
editing
day.
takes fucking your pussy. We call it a day. I guess you'll have to have a longer picks at the end, a longer picks because we got 7 games on the card. But yeah, all right, great episode. Like and subscribe. We're rolling them out every week now. We're making sacrifices for you guys. We had to do this one on Wednesday. Again, spreads might change. Deal with it. Anything from you, Jelly?
No, I think we've covered all of the topics. Of course, like, subscribe, and that's about all we got. And tune in on Sunday and see how we do.
Tune in Saturday 10 a.m. to find out what our picks are.
Exactly. And then next week we should be back on the Thursday schedule. So, all right.
Let me check my calendar.
Yeah, this guy, I'm telling you, switches
Thursday,
days.
Next week I should be fine for Thursday. The following week we might have to change.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we will talk about that for the next podcast as well for 2 weeks coming up. But yeah, again, like, subscribe, everyone, comment. We read the comments. I can't stress this enough. So we would like everyone, who does watch, to just throw a comment down there.
Dude,
it doesn't have to be anything. Just coming high, just so we know that, like, we aren't talking to the fucking wall every week. You know what I mean? So I mean, that definitely would give us, some more motivation. You know what I mean? So
that would be nice. Let's call it. Great episode. We'll see you next week.
Yep. All right. See you guys. Peace.